everyone, it's Jen here from Jen Lynam Crafts. Thank you for joining me today. The other day I posted a couple of cards on Facebook and they were very well received. I was quite pleased about that. And a lady asked if there was a tutorial on them, and so here I am. I'm going to do a tutorial today on this lovely card, and the other card which I posted I'll do tomorrow. So it's 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and it's got this lovely seaside embossing folder pattern on the first layer, and then I've cut this lovely elegant square out here, made the flower and put some leaves and rhinestones on. So let me get started and I'll show you how to make it. First of all, you need a card base, and that measures 5 3/4 by 11.5, and I've scored it at 5 3/4. And on the top of there you need to emboss this, it's what colour is it? Sahara sand, and this measures 5 3/8 by 5 3/8, and what I've used is the Stampin' Up Seaside embossing folder, and all I've done is just place it in there nice and straight, and then I've run it through the Big Shot, and then you get this lovely seaside pattern. It's really very prominent, embossed, and that's the debossed side, but I'm going to use the embossed side today. And what we're going to do is we're going to adhere that to the top of the card. So I'll just put some Tombow on there. You're in shot, aren't you, here? And with it being debossed on the other side, make sure you put plenty on so it actually sticks down and doesn't start to peel up. Okay, so we're going to place that with a nice border round the card. There we go. Just give that a light press down, because you don't want to, well, it's not quite square. Just get my bone folder. You don't want to sort of flatten this lovely embossing. So there we go, that's glued down nice and easy. Now on the top of there we're going to put this lovely panel out. Put this panel which I've cut out, and I've used a nice strong card stock like I have for the white base, and I've cut that out using the Spellbinders, and it's 2 of the dies inside, and you place them together. I'll show you on the back of here like that, face down, and leave a little border all the way around. Make sure it's even. Run that through your Big Shot, and then you'll pull the top part away and be left with this, and it turns out looking like that, and it's really pretty and elegant. And what I'm going to do is glue that to the top of this card. So what I do is I just put the Tombow all the way around, and then I just dot it in places. Don't know whether you can see this. Just on all these parts here. There we go. And then place this in the centre of your card. Like that, nice and straight. Give it a nice firm press. There we go. And now we've got to make the flower. And for that, I've cut 3 flowers out. Well, first of all, what I did on some vellum, I stamped this lovely flower, and it's from the flower shop. So let me get that to show you. It's the Stampin' Up! Flower shop, and I've used this design here. And I've cut 3 of those out. Stamped it on. I'll start again. I've stamped the flower shop stamp onto the vellum with Versamark, and then I've sprinkled some copper, I think it was the copper I used, yeah, the copper embossing powder on, and then cut them out with the flower shop punch. And I've done 3 of those, and I've just sort of bent them slightly like that. And the bottom one I've left whole, and then for the second one, get this in the right order, can't remember which one, yeah, the second one I cut down the middle but not to the very end, and then between the petal, down the middle, between the petal, down the middle, between the petal, down the middle, between the petal, down the middle. And then it gives you lots of little tiny petals. And just bend those up to give it a bit of dimension. There we go. And then on the last one, I've just cut between the petals. Again, not right to the centre. There we go. And I've just bent them slightly with my fingers because the vellum is very delicate and I don't want to crack it or tear it. And for the quickness of the video, I'll just use some glue dots, but on this one I've actually used my glue gun. So with the first one, and the end of my, I've got a, here we are, a stylus. I just went round a little bit like that, just to give them a bit of dimension. Use your foam, a foam base if you've got one. Then the same on the one where I've done that one, yeah, with all the leaves. It's not very good, that, I'll use this. That's better. And then where I've cut just between the petals, same thing again. Just rub round. And then the one where I've not cut the petals, which is for the base, there we go. And then I'm just going to take a glue dot and place that on the bottom, sorry, in the middle of this one. And then the one where I've cut in between and on the petal, I'm going to alternate that here. Stick that in the middle, like that. And then the last one, where I've just cut between the petals and not down the middle, I'm going to put a glue dot in the middle and place that on top. There we go. And then I've just scrunched them all up like that. This is the longest part really, just making sure that everything looks sort of pretty and scrunched up. You can see it forming now. The same with the bottom. There you go. And there you've got your lovely little flower. You can fiddle about with them, get them to your own liking. So that's the actual flower made. There we go. And then underneath the flower I cut this petal shape out, and that was from a set of dies from the Christina collection, and the Card Making Magic by Christina Griffiths, and it's this die here, and I just cut that out in the champagne foil, so I think it looks really nice and it goes very well with the Sahara sand. So again, I'm just giving those a bit of dimension, not being too heavy so it sticks up like that. Another glue dot in the centre. Remember, I'm just using these for the video. I prefer the glue gun. Place that in the middle. There we go. Just fold it, move it into place. There we go. It's a bit off centre that. That's better. There we are. Then in the centre of that, I've got a set of these rhinestones, and they're a very pale goldy colour, and they're lovely. And I got the small ones and the large ones to match. And I'm just going to put this large one in the centre of here. There we go. And now this is ready to place on the top of your card. And again, excuse me, again I would use my glue gun, but for the for the video I'm just going to use the glue dots because it takes less time. So place the glue dot on the bottom, and then in the centre of the card place your flower. But before you do that, I nearly forgot, I cut these leaves out and they was out of this die set by Christina Griffith's card making magic, and I cut these two dies out just here, that two leaves out from this die here. And what I'm going to do is place one on here and one here like that. And I'm just going to trim the bottom off. And then I'm going to lay them on the card. And all I've done is just put some Tombow when it wants to come out. See if it'll do it now. Whoops, yeah, far too much. So just place a bit of Tombow on the leaves, not too much like I've just done, tiny bit. And then what I do is I line it up so it just goes through there like that, and press that down gently. And same again, some glue on here. Turn that round, and I've placed that the same position so it just falls. Oops, I've got that much glue on my hands. There we go. In fact, it could do with a little bit under here. Just a couple of blobs. If it's coming out, I think that's it. There we go. And just turn that over. Give it a little press. There we go. And then with the flower, place that in the centre like that. Remember, if you use the glue gun, it's going to be a lot more firmer. And then you can rearrange. And then for the corners, I've got these gold ones which match the centre, and I'm just going to place those on the corner here. There's one, two. I'll just get the other two. 3 and 4. Oops, still got the paper attached to that one. There we go. 4. And there we go. Beautiful card. And you can have it, you can make the dimension as much or as little as you like. You want to flatten it out a bit. And I think it just looks so pretty. Fold those up. There we go. Now for the inside, I haven't done anything in the inside yet, even on the original card. But what you can do is you can just cut an insert in some nice paper. And I've just punched the corners with a decorative punch. You could place that inside there like that. That looks pretty. Or you could just put a nice edge of a nice piece of card with the same punch. Pop that in there. And I think it's a card that you can use for any occasion. It could be, like has been suggested on the Facebook, a wedding invite, a wedding card. It could be an anniversary card, 21st card, birthday card, for you, anything. Well, I hope you like the tutorial, and I hope you have a go at making it. And I think it's a really lovely card. So I'll post the other card. I'll make a tutorial for the other card and post that tomorrow. And in the meantime, thank you very much for joining me. Hope you like my tutorial. Have a look at some of the other things that I've done. Maybe you'd like to give me a like or a comment, or even subscribe. So thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.